everybody. Welcome back to Brelsford Family Homestead. I'm Darcy. We're going to be doing something different today. It's gift giving time. We're getting close to it, so we're getting things together to give to our family and friends. And I wanted to share something with you. We always have simmering spice on the stove around this time of year. My mom did it a lot when I was younger, and I do it now too. And it makes an easy, great gift. You can use things that you have on hand or can easily access. So we're going to be putting some jars of that together, making it kind of cutesy, but it's not anything that takes a lot of time or a lot of money. So that is a nice thing to have on hand to give to different people you may want to bless this season. These are all dry ingredients because we will store them in a jar. I want to say that I saw a great idea from my friend Amanda at the Front Acre. She was posted on her Instagram that she put pine needles in hers, and it looked so beautiful. So I gave it a try, but I didn't use very much pine, so I need to try it again with more, but it did look really pretty. You won't want to put that in these jars though, because it is wet still, you know, it has some moisture and it could cause mold. But if you make some of this up for yourself and you have access to some pine, definitely grab some and throw it in because it looks beautiful. Now, my mom, also known as the Frumpy Gourmet, if you didn't know, she'll make a guest appearance sometime. You know, she's been making this for years. She started out using ground spices, which you could totally do. That might be easier and readily accessible, cheaper for you, but it does make a mess of the pot. It's really hard to clean. So I really prefer the whole spices for instead of that. So you can do either one, but plus it just looks so neat in the jar with all of the whole spices. So I'm going to bring you over to where I have all of my ingredients, and we'll make some cutesy jars and put these together. Okay, so I got some jars together as just some ideas. And for me, I'm able to reuse some of my canning lids and the rings. I keep the rusty lids so I can make crafts with them. You can see I painted this one green and this one white, so it makes a great repurpose. So I just took some jute twine and tied a bow on this one. And this is just like cotton butcher's twine. And then I also had some like Christmas ribbon laying around. And this one is one I had already made up in it was just some wide ribbon I had, but you can see inside is already our simmering spice. So this is really easy to make and throw together, and there's not like any hard, fast rule of how much you should put in. What I use is cinnamon sticks. You could buy these in bulk at Costco. They could be pricey at, you know, your regular grocery store. We do have Amish stores around, bulk stores around here where we can get it. Also, you might be able to get some cheaper around the holidays. I have whole nutmeg. I'm able to buy this pretty inexpensively at the Amish store as well. Whole cloves. And then I have some dehydrated apples. Now I did dehydrate some whole apples, but like I've saved the peels and the cores. In here, there is some cores that I just chopped up, but I dehydrate those. And then my mom saved all of these oranges for me. Isn't this awesome? So I don't buy regular oranges very often, but my kids love clementines. But I found that clementines do not give off that beautiful orange smell. So I have these. This is some other apples that I had dehydrated. And then I also have some star anise. And that looks, am I even saying that right? Whatever, you know. I have found that I can't use this very much for myself because I love the smell, but it's too strong and kind of bothers my allergies. It's a little bit weird. So the only thing you're gonna need other than these spices and the dried things is maybe a mallet or some scissors. And I just use that to break up some of these. This is the little pot that I use to simmer my things in. I've had this forever. It's like the Revereware. I think it was my grandmother's actually. So the amounts can be whatever you like. But with my nutmeg, I find that I often have like small pieces like this that are left over after I have grated them or something, or I break one. So you don't have to, you know, break into your whole nuts if you don't want to. You could just, you know, save pieces if you have whole ones, but let's just break one apart just in case you have not been grating yours. But I like to use the mallet, just kind of break it up in smaller pieces so it can be spread throughout try not to shoot it all over the place. I'm not looking to make a powder. I just want to break it up a little bit just so it spreads some more throughout that. Now let's see if I can do this without it shooting across the room. I might not be able to. Oh, always works better with a camera, right? Yes. All right, we got that one. Now this is gonna be not more than for just one, because that's a lot of nutmeg. It's especially fresh like this. It's a pretty strong smell. I love it though. It's beautiful. So just as long as they're not big chunks, you know, just break those up. I might get my little bench scraper to help not waste any of that. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit in that jar there. I'm gonna do similar with the cinnamon stick. I already have a partial one there. And I'm just gonna tap it with the mallet. Try not to shoot it all over the kitchen. And you can make this up far in advance and it stays great in the jars. I mean, I've had some, I have a big jar that I use for myself and it's been mixed up since last year and it's still just really beautiful. All right, we'll put some of that cinnamon stick in there. I'm gonna push this to the side and we'll use that in another jar. I'll probably just layer it because this is gonna need a little bit more. Ah, there's a piece of the, see the core? Now it was long and straight just like the core, but I just chopped it up so it would be in smaller pieces and I popped that in my dehydrator. Oranges in there. Oh, they smell so good. Can't forget those cloves. I don't know, what was that? About a tablespoon. And then you can crack these too so that they go a little farther. But they do look really cool inside whole. Oh, went on the floor. I am going to put the lid on this. This isn't the lid, but I'm going to use it because it fits. And shake it up a bit and then add a little bit more to top it off. I wish you could smell it. Okay, I think I'll put a little bit more cinnamon in there. Just a little bit more of everything, I guess. And then put that lid on. And look at that. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna make up a few more and then I'll show you them all when I'm done. All right, I made 3 jars. I don't know if I showed you, I made this cutesy little label. Right now it just says to you from me. So just imagine me giving you this gift. But I used my Dymo label printer to make that. But look how pretty those are. Aren't they so cute? And then there's this one. I love this one with, it's just the simple white with the jute twine. I'm gonna put some in my little pot so you can see about how much I use and just pretend you have smell-o-vision. All right, I already added the water. I meant to show you before I added, but I mean, there's not maybe a quarter of that jar that we made up in there. Then you can top off the water as it dissipates. So it's a good way to get some humidity back in the air as things get dry, especially if you use like a fireplace or something. And it just smells so good. Thanks for coming along. I know this is a little bit different of a video. Let me know if you want to see some more things like this. I do happen to hand make quite a few different things. But I hope you enjoyed this, that you will mix some of this up for yourself at least, and try maybe for some gifts for those that you love and you want to bless this holiday season. I really appreciate you coming along and for joining us on this journey. Until next time, God bless.